In a world full of Dungeons & Dragons content, Jamazing presents a new way of playing the classic tabletop game. Welcome to DM Roulette, a game where the players rotate who the Dungeon Master will be each month. No need to sift through countless episodes to figure out what's going on here. Each adventure will begin and end in 3 parts. And don't you worry, the beloved cast of characters will stay consistent from adventure to adventure, unless they die. So, without further ado, let's start the next episode of DM Roulette.
Hello and welcome everyone to our DM Roulette evening. I'm taking over as host and DM for the next little bit, and we will be starting our little adventure that I call Welcome to the Jungle. So, you have all left the school, the wizard school that we were in, and we're heading off down the road towards further adventures. Suddenly, Ironjaw announces, "It is time for my restorative shutdown cycle. Do not be alarmed. I will awaken in combat readiness in 80 hours. And at this, he stops moving entirely, lying recumbent in the party's wagon.
Good thing we have a wagon.
You all... So, Ironjaw is planned for this. This is an expected result.
Gunnar will poke him with his javelin.
His eyes flicker back. Please do not interrupt. You will extend the shutdown cycle.
Someone broke Tin Can Man.
But before too much else can happen, a rustling is heard off the side of the road, and a Minotaur bursts out at your party.
Oh, hi there. Oh, am I interrupting something?
Javelin.
Oh, I swear I'm not hostile. My name's Minos. I'm a Minotaur. Hello.
He seems very friendly.
I swear.
What are you doing in the woods?
What am I doing in the woods? That's a good question.
What are we doing in the woods?
You all have heard tales that nearby there is a town that is searching for adventurers.
Okay.
Are you from the nearby town?
I am not. I'm on my way to be an adventurer. Are you guys adventurers too?
We are. I'm Peter Post, mailman exceptional, extraordinaire.
You got it. Great job.
All of the verbs, adjectives, and the verbs. Someone else speak. Okay.
Hellman pull wagon for us.
Oh.
Hitch him up.
Okay, well, I like to help where I can, and I've got a lot of experience with pulling wagons, so if you guys will be my friend, then I'll be happy to pull your wagon.
No talk, only pull.
Hi, Elias here. Question. You're just happy to pull the wagon of people you've just met?
New friends, yes.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. All my stuff is over there. You can pick it up. Thank you.
So Minos is going to kind of like shiver off a whole bunch of like dirt from his fur and kind of clean up the leaves and grass that have accumulated in his vest, and will brush back whatever kind of hair he's got on his scalp to look a little bit more presentable. We'll head over to like Elias's goods and just kind of like, whoa, and
As I see you rub off all of this dirt and grit, I'm like, let me take the fabrics. Just let me grab those.
Whatever you say, Elias, my new friend.
This is gonna be fun.
All right, so with the addition of a new party member, you are able to continue on down the road. And as the hours of walking go by, the surrounding vegetation gets steadily thicker, and the air around you starts to turn warm and humid, almost stiflingly hot. Is anyone wearing heavy armor?
It's chainmail? Heavy armor?
Okay, so for chainmail, I'm going to get you to roll me a con save.
Oh.
It's starting to get oppressingly humid.
Uh-oh.
Just gonna hope I remember how to do this. I did not.
So it should be a fortune point save.
That was embarrassing. So we're gonna
I did not.
I've never seen that before.
Damn it! So someone want to say
You want to save exclamation point save.
Okay, thank you.
Space Kanya.
3 tries.
Yeah.
All right, so it's hot, but you're experienced postman, and you wear this chainmail all over the place, so you're not having too much difficulty with the heat. But you do realize that it might be a kind of place where you're going to want to pack some extra water or have something to handle all this heat and humidity when you're exploring around.
Juice
Fortunately,
boxes, anyone? Juice boxes? Who's thirsty? I mean, everyone look here. You there, and kind of gesture to Minos. Be like, here you go. And noticeably will like stay out of the smell zone to hand the juice box over.
Okay, Minos will grab it kind of gingerly and like carefully, like he's grabbing an egg from you, unsure as to what to do, and then like just in front of his face, kind of like squishes it, and all like the like juice will splatter all over, and then
Oh, honey, yeah. Here, you got a little something, right? And just prestidigitation, the face clean.
Oh, I was gonna save that for later, but that's okay as well.
Oh, I'm not sorry.
so fortunately, some of you, Beatrice in particular, are well prepared for a journey, and it's actually quite pleasant now that everyone's hydrated up. And you hear all around you bird song, you hear rustling of animals coming from the depths of the jungle surrounding you. Again, we travel on a little bit longer, and eventually the jungle opens up, and you arrive at the town of Shuk. It's a medium-sized town. It's got short stone walls surrounding it, cobble-lined streets, and you see the buildings are all made of these large stone bricks. There's merchant stalls throughout, covered in simple canvas. There's a handful of guards at the gate. What do you do?
Finally, civilization. Oh, I'm sure my books and pages have curled from all of that humidity. We
It'll
should
be
go in
nice
it.
to not have to pull the wagon anymore.
On that comment, Beatrice will just kind of like flip her hair, and it has never looked better.
Oh, maybe she's born with it.
Maybe it's 90-degree humidity, 90% humidity, whatever.
All right, so approaching the town, then the guards are warm and welcoming. They're not super worried about keeping people out of their little town, and you look like your adventurers out and about. And they will actually, in fact, point you towards a number of posters. You can see almost every wall in town has a poster on it somewhere, and it simply says, "Adventurers wanted. Inquire at the laborer's lot."
That seems like a good sign. We are those people.
Wait, literally an excellent sign.
Yeah, I mean, according to my research, that should be where we want to go.
So you don't know your way around town, but if you ask anyone at all of the inhabitants are wearing generally light clothes. They seem of high quality, with very bright colored pants for some reason. That's just a thing that you seem to see throughout. But they'll easily point you towards the laborer's lot at one corner of town. You can pass through. There'll be market stalls. There'll be a church that's fairly obvious. There's a crooked clock tower in the center of town. If you're looking for landmarks, or if anyone has anything to do in town, we did the shopping between sessions, but there's time to do it here.
I'd like to just interrupt like the first person that I see that has bright colored pants. Excuse me, my name is Minos, and I'm a Minotaur. I was wondering why you have very bright colored pants. Everyone around here seems to have them.
Oh, do you like them? Yes, I got them at the laborer's lot. Mark of the laborer's lot does such fine work. We're all very pleased to have such a large clotherer here in town. It's the pride of the whole town. Have you been to see him? You look like you might be able to give him some help. Are you an adventurer of some sort?
Yes, we are on our way to go give our adventuring skills to I'm sorry, I missed his name.
He's Mark of the laborer's lot.
Mark of the laborer's lot. Okay, I promise I'll remember that.
Of course you will. He's a very important man in this town. And you can get to the laborer's lot just down this street over here.
Sorry, can you remind me, when we came to this village, was it like a well-paved road, like well-used road that kind of led to, or is this very remote?
It's remote, but the road you were on was a traveled road.
Oh,
So
okay,
they do get adventurers from time to time, but there aren't a lot of nearby actual cities.
Right.
So traders would have to go a fair ways to get here.
Excuse me, I was hoping that you could probably tell me of the local fauna in the area. I'm curious to see if there's anything that I haven't encountered yet.
Oh, well, we have a bunch of birds, of course. You can hear them singing most of the time. I once saw a jaguar.
Oh, a jaguar! Wow.
Yeah, they're very pretty, but I tend to stay away from them. Obviously, they're dangerous beasts. Obviously, there's the snakes in the river,
Oh.
and the flying snakes. Those are everywhere. But
What?
that's a pretty normal thing around here. You wouldn't be that interested, I'm sure.
I'm actually. It turns out that I am extremely interested in these flying snakes. I don't see any around here. How do you keep them out of the village?
Oh, they tend to stay away from large groups of people, so we won't have any problems with them in town. If you do go out into the woods, I'm sure you'll find some. Don't worry.
Do you have any advice on how to ward them away?
Honestly, they're not very dangerous. If you
Oh,
have
okay.
a
There's
sling
no
or
like
something, you
snake
can hit them
nets
out of
or
the air.
anything.
You could try netting them. Again, any kind of bow or blow dart. We all know how to take out a flying snake. They're pests.
Rocket will kind of interrupt him, like, "Darling, they're just flying snakes. It's no big deal, darling. The blow dart here and there, it's perfect. No big deal."
Oh,
Yeah,
good,
I
you've
mean,
been here
it's no
before.
big deal for someone who's as little as you, but if there's a flying snake in the air, who do you think it's gonna hit?
Darling, that doesn't sound like a me problem.
No,
I'm
it's
sure
an
adventures
us
like you will be
problem. Minos will say with like patting his giant kind of hand on Rocket's shoulder.
Shoulder, head, you know.
All of it.
Filthy animal.
Minos, I have a quick question. What are you exactly?
Oh my god, you can't what they are.
It's inquiring minds. I'm allowed.
Oh, have you
Um,
never met a Minotaur before?
No, not physically. What do you do as an adventurer? What is your vocation?
Honey, be confident enough to ask those questions. You've had him here for the whole trip so far. What took you so long?
I didn't want to interrupt his carrying of my things.
Oh.
Well, I could bring a lot of support of the nature variety to this group. I also am very adept at speaking to animals. I really, really love grass and grazing. Yeah. I also know druid craft. So if there's a puzzle that requires some druid craft, then perhaps I can help. Well, that kind of turned into Terry there.
Interesting,
Ooh.
valuable,
Nope.
different.
Well, I hope so, especially in the jungle.
So far, not that good at pulling. Better at talking.
I pulled the cart the whole way here, right? I assume.
Yeah.
Minus I pulled
The-
it.
The pony that Ironjaw arranged for is very happy. It's just prancing.
I made friends
have
with
to
it.
carry the wagon.
The pony entered like the cart for us.
Yeah.
Well, like
Take
they're
a rest.
obvious- he doesn't just like get a cart and then not have something to pull it. you had a pony.
Did nobody tip the man?
Well, folks,
The villager is quite happy to give the adventurers some, simple advice. This is all stuff that he knows, and he's going to carry on his happy way. In fact, you guys have made it to the laborers' lot. So you see a large squat building. There's clothing racks everywhere, outside, inside, and as you enter, it's just a very large clothing store filled with the same kind of things you've been seeing on all the villagers. Lots of light, breezy clothes, a wide variety of well-tailored pants, all sorts of bright colors, and a number of clerks. So it's a busy and obviously bustling tailor shop, really.
There's just rolls of fabric or more already pre-tailored things?
Pre-tailored things. So
Okay.
all clothes ready to wear off the rack or to be tailored as desired.
Off the rack, darling. No, this shit is custom.
You haven't seen these racks. They're fantastic.
Minos and Gunnar, we may have trouble finding something for you in your size.
Clothes are
Is there
waste of
no
money.
big and tall section?
As a matter of fact, there is.
Ah.
There's a big and tall section. There's a small and petite section,
Oh.
as well as everything in between. It's again clearly the pride and joy of the town. It's a very well put together place.
It's okay. And if it's not very well put together, I can adjust it. I can have it for you. It's going to fit you beautifully. You're going to look great.
So the clerks will see again a group of well-appointed adventurers, kind of standing there with road mud on their boots, and ask, "Are you here as adventurers? Are you responding to the poster?"
We are. We're looking for a new job because that is the greatest joy in life, working.
You're a
thank heaven.
postman.
I am a postman, yes, dedicated to work of all kinds.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Come to the back. You'll need to see Mark right away. And so he'll pull, I guess, Peter Post by the hand through the shop and take you into the back. So in the back, you see dozens of workers busily weaving, cutting, stitching, dyeing, cobbling, and just generally assembling all of the clothes that you would have seen in the front room. Until finally, at the far end, you reach a large office where a sturdy, tan dwarf is seated.
Are there little scraps and pieces of fabric as we go by?
Yes.
Like offcuts?
Littering the place. It's a well-kept place, but it's obviously a busy place that everyone is working at, and so there'll be a variety of bits of cloth.
I'm gonna ask the person as we're going by. It's like, are you gonna use these? Are they gonna get thrown away? Like, will you miss a few?
It's a scrap of cloth. If you have something that you want to do with it, I guess you could take it.
Oh, thank you.
We
Thank
usually
you so
reuse
much.
them eventually, but
It's very
pretty small,
kind.
and
Thank you so much for letting me take as many as I need. I really appreciate that. You've been very helpful.
well, you're here to help Mark. I'm sure he'll be happy to pay you whatever you want.
So B's going to be looking for different colors of fabric, specifically ones that she can then make into her little puppets. So she'll be able to make little shirts, little pants. Specifically, the colorful pants that everyone's so proud of. Very curious to find little pieces of those.
Yes, so you'll find that's easily the most common type of thing is just little scraps of fabric scattered throughout. So you won't have any problems with
She'll
that.
just tuck them away.
You can save money on janitorial staff. Everyone's having a good time today. But suddenly, as you arrive at the office, the dwarf stands up. He says, "Oh, adventurers! I'm so glad you're here. I'm Mark, and this is my laborer's lot, and ordinarily I'd be happy to give you the tour of my pride and joy, but there's no time to lose. My beloved wife, Cici Citron, has been kidnapped by bandits."
Aren't
Oh,
you
no!
supposed to be Scottish?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've lived here my whole life.
I love
And what
it.
was her
I love
name?
it. Mark.
My wife,
Yes.
Cici Citron.
Oh.
She makes the leggings here. They're of the finest quality.
Is she a drag queen?
Sounds like a drag queen to me.
Right?
I love it.
Why?
When
Need
did she
to
go
see
missing?
a picture? Here, my lovely wife.
Oh. And then just kiss right after. She's lovely.
been missing for just a couple of days now. I got a ransom note yesterday and started putting up flyers. They're bandits. They have my wife, and all they want is money. They're asking for 1,000 gold pieces. But I don't know about you, but I don't really react kindly to people threatening me, and even less so to people threatening my wife. If I give them the 1,000 gold pieces, even though she's worth 10,000 to me or more, that'll just be putting her through
Or
more
more.
problems later. It'll encourage more bandits to kidnap her when she's on her walks in the jungle.
So you're
If I
paying
pay-
10,000 gold pieces for us to get your wife back?
Of course not. We'll talk about the money later.
Can I
But-
see your ransom note?
Yes, here. It's a very simple piece of paper, and it literally just says, "We have your wife. Bring 1,000 gold pieces downriver, and we'll make the
Oh.
exchange."
There's no when? Just at some point?
Just at some point.
Oh.
I'm gonna sniff the paper, the parchment, dab a little bit of the ink on my tongue. Oh, this is a very local ink, I think. This paper's been aged a couple days. Yeah, this all checks out. She's been missing. Probably a local job. Well, we can take this on.
Yep, you can tell the paper has been outdoors. It's obviously been exposed to the humidity of the jungle. It's a very common, cheap ink.
The exact
Yes.
kind of ruffians that would kidnap someone. The exact type of ink I would expect them to use.
Is
Tell-
this
tell me
the?
more-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Go ahead,
lovely
go ahead, Jimmy.
Beatrice. I was just wondering if this kind of thing happens a lot around here.
No, this is in fact almost unheard of, and that's why I need you to go find those bandits and teach them a lesson. We can't be having this kind of thing in our town.
Tell me more about your wife. What's she like? What's your...
Oh, she's a vision, the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. And she's a fine tailor, just like me. That's how we met, as a matter of fact. I was starting up a tailor shop, and she applied to make leggings. And when I saw her samples, why, they were the softest things you'd ever wear. All black, for some reason, and thin, but they fit so tightly. They're amazing.
So she started Lululemon? Like...
No, CC Citron. You're close. I understand. This is a lot of information to take in all at once.
Well, she sounds very important to you. It's nice to hear. It's nice to hear a man talk about his wife like that.
Yes, she's wonderful. She's my everything. And of course, if you bring her back safely, there will be a fine reward for your efforts. When you bring back Cece, you'll have a chance to test out our finest leggings. I'll give you the choice of our top-of-the-line enchanted legwear. And at this, you hear a scribe from the background gasp a little bit. He says, "Oh, but sir, the elven rulers of Torramon are next on the waiting list for the top-of-the-line release. They've been waiting 2 decades for the purchase." "I don't care! Returning Cece safely is paramount. Find those bandits, find my wife, and bring her back here. You will have a rich reward, I promise you this."
Oh, I could use a new uniform. I don't know about you guys.
I could definitely go for some new pants.
My party and I are more than willing to take on this endeavor.
What is to stop bandits from killing women?
That's what
Well-
you're there for.
You, hopefully. If they're asking for a reward, presumably they haven't... I can't bear to think of it. They must have her.
Yes, but when we try rescue, maybe they just kill her. It's much more simple.
Are you not adventurers? Can't you handle a few bandits?
Yes, but they may kill her right away.
No, please don't listen to him.
I don't want to.
I would
Tell me
kill
you
her
have a
right
plan
away.
so that... Can you sneak up on the bandits?
He hasn't had
Does
his
it
breakfast.
This
look
isn't
like
my
I
job.
sneak-
I make clothes all day. I thought you'd know what to do. That's why I'm offering a reward. I expect you to be good at this.
Kind of polarize aside, be like, you know necromancy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She won't
If
be
we
exactly.
return body, do we get half reward?
Half a leg of pants.
Each.
Let's not scare the man here.
Cut
We
off
know
jean shorts.
what we're doing. Do not worry. Some of
Good.
us just haven't had our breakfast yet.
How many
Oh.
dwarf wives you save from kidnapped bandits?
Did you need a granola bar?
I
If you
mean-
have.
This is all very upsetting to me. I'm already having a bad day. My wife's been kidnapped.
Oh.
Stop talking about her death.
Rocket's going to walk out to the table or whatever, but she'll be too short to see over. So she's gonna look at Minos.
Clap.
Pick me up.
Oh, I can have the stepladder brought around.
Minos
A ton of them
will
all over the place.
kneel down and put his hands like cup for her to step up.
Perfect. So she'll step on. And then when she gets raised above the ledge, she'll be wearing sunglasses. And she'll just tip them down a little bit and go, "Darling, you have nothing to worry about." Minos?
Some of you make me feel much better about this whole process.
Okay, so what do we know?
I feel like this
I
is
missed
happening
it a couple days ago. There's a note with a ransom to be money sent down this river. Was that it?
Yes. So there's one main river outside of town. I can only assume that's the one they're talking about. I haven't been out there very much. I'm very busy here at the laborer's lot. So don't ask me what's out there in the jungle, but that's on you to find out.
Gold doesn't float in water.
Oh, Gunnar, you're so smart. Minos
I'm
says,
a
looking
dwarf. I know
impressed.
a lot about gold. What's your point?
How we send gold down the river. River is water. Gold sink.
That's
Yes.
true, gold does sink.
Do not worry.
How
I
man
can
know?
Gunnar, I will use magical properties to allow the gold to float down the river.
What spell is this? Floating gold river spell.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. That's what I call it. Yeah.
Gold river spell.
You show me spell.
When do we go do the job?
So,
Your job, Gunnar, do you remember those snakes from the other day?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that none of them come anywhere near me. Specifically me, everyone else as well, but mainly me.
I would
just-
also
I don't
appreciate
like
the
snakes.
no snakes, please.
Minos,
Gunnar.
shouldn't you be able to deal with them?
You speak snake, druid cow man.
Yeah, but my reptilese is a little rusty.
Oh, well, you'll have plenty of chance to practice. Those winged snakes are everywhere out in the woods. Out in the jungle, rather.
Was there anywhere in town that we could get some antidotes to these snakes?
ooh.
Oh, well, they are poisonous. I'm a dwarf. I never really worry about that kind of thing. I'm sure someone can sell an antidote.
Yeah, I would feel much better with an antidote, yes.
Yes, go check the market. They sell all kinds of things there.
Okay. So I will head out, leaving
Before-
you guys to finish talking details.
Oh no, you're carrying me still. We're going together.
Okay, me and Rocket are going to the market.
Cow man, don't forget wagon. Who pull wagon?
Oh, can we leave our wagon here? Good dwarf.
Yes, that shouldn't be a problem. Just keep
Okay,
it tucked out of the way.
there you go, Gunnar. I solved the problem. Okay, goodbye.
I will leave with them.
Ooh.
I have a follow-up question before I go. Could you tell us about anybody that she may have had any less than agreeable interactions with at all?
Or that you may have had
Yeah,
agreeable interactions with.
either or. Thank you. Thank
On
you.
hearing that, B turns around very quickly and is like listening intently.
Was
Oh,
wife having an affair with other villager? Or bandits?
Gunnar!
No,
Shut-
she enjoys going out for walks out in the jungle, and
Walks.
usually
Bandits.
there's no problems. Today, or 2 days ago now, it's been so hard without her. Yeah,
Sex walk.
she didn't come back. And again, this is usually a very quiet town. There's a few small farms out in the jungle. There's the river. Every once in a while you run into a hunter, but not bandits like this.
And she never complained about anybody or...
No, we're all very well respected here in town. The
Hmm.
laborers' lot employs plenty of villagers. As a matter of fact, people keep telling me I should run for mayor. And of course I wouldn't do that. The current mayor is a fine man, and even if he doesn't come out of the clock tower very much anymore, the town is running just okay.
Interesting.
I'm sure everything will be all right. This is just an isolated group of bandits, and you all look like you can handle them.
Of course. Yeah, I believe that we can take care of this, no problem. Does anybody have follow-up questions before we go?
Yes.
Oh god, go ahead.
What kind of dwarf makes clothes and does not do mining?
Oh no.
Or blacksmithing, real job?
Are you a dwarf? You don't look like a dwarf to me.
No, but my people interact many times with dwarves in the mountains.
Then who are you to say what a dwarf should and should not be doing?
And what dwarf trade gold for wife? This is not very
I'm not.
dwarf-like.
I've hired a band of what I thought was competent adventurers.
We
to
are.
go and
He
rescue
hasn't,
her.
he hasn't had his breakfast bar yet. I think we need to go.
Yes, of course your reward you won't be getting until you come back with my wife safely.
Of course, that is
body.
understandable.
Or wife's body.
You will return my wife safely to me. I have the utmost confidence in you all. And I'm going to keep those posters up, just in case.
Okay, onward.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. We'll get back to you as soon as possible with whatever we
going
can
to rescue
find out.
Cece.
Yep. Let's go. Especially you, Gunnar. You go first.
But first, let's do some shopping.
Yeah, so Rocket and I never stopped when we heard about juicy gossip. So I assume we make it to the kind of market, no problem.
Yeah, basically the town is large enough that if you're looking for things, you can probably find whatever you're looking for.
So, Rocket, tell me, what kind of things are you interested in?
Oh, darling, I'm interested in many things. The things that move, the things that create, the things that inspire.
Oh, by the way, I think we're gonna have like Rocket sitting on like Minus's shoulder as we like walk and having like this conversation.
Like a parrot.
100%.
Oh, I too like to imagine some great things. I make pots out of clay. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Ah, yes, darling. What a great metaphor. Pots out of clay. It's exactly what I do too.
So I'm looking for alchemist, potion, antidote,
Yeah.
medicinal potentially.
Yes.
Kind
So
of shop.
yeah, you'll see an actual like enclosed shop with a little sign out front with a picture of a bubbling potion on it. So it would probably be an alchemist.
All right, I step on through.
All right, so you see a lizard folk. He's got green scales, he's got a bright red crest over his head, and he's wearing a large alligator skull over his shoulders.
Why, Rocket, I don't really speak well reptilese, so you might have to talk for this one.
Yo,
So, yes. Who are you and what are you doing in my shop?
Darling, you not know me? I am SP Rocket, darling, from the legendary house of the Rocket.
Oh, you just reveal your name to me?
Of course,
Greetings, SP Rocket. You are foolish for not protecting yourself. But welcome. Welcome to my shop.
Yes, darling, we are looking for what are we looking for? Why are we here?
Oh, what's some antidotes for all the flying snakes?
Well,
Ah,
because-
yes. The flying
Oh,
snake
you
antidote.
understand me? Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't realize that I could speak so fluently with
You're
you
speaking
folk.
common.
We're speaking common. Oh,
I've seen minotaurs before. Have you had difficulties?
Oh, I am not like many other minotaurs. I prefer to be in the woods and craft some clay pots and try to imagine if all the other minotaurs liked me.
Well, you all share very much with strangers. Not the most admirable of traits, but I suppose customers can be forgiven.
Oh, darling, he can.
In fact, you are customers.
Of course.
Yes, we're hoping to buy some antidotes. We're going into a journey where there are flying snakes.
Yes, outside we call it.
Oh, yes, that's where we're going, is outside, yes.
Well, we have vials aplenty of antidote. They're 5 gold apiece, and they'll protect you for about an hour.
Oh.
So keep an eye out for those snakes.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. I'll get 2.
all I have is 10 gold,
Happy to make an exchange with you. You'll not find better potions anywhere in town.
So I'll hand over my coins and take the vials and.
So they will give you resistance 5 to poison for an hour.
Oh.
I'm gonna barter a little bit. Darling, so you can see my friend here, he has, he's looking for 2 vials, but how much for bulk? We're talking about a bulk discount here, darling. Maybe for 4? 4? How much for 4?
It's very simple. It's 5 for 1 and 20 for 4.
Darling,
You won't
that's
find
not...
a better deal anywhere.
That sounds like a pretty good deal, Rocket.
Hush, hush, my child. Shh, 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 shh. Darling, no. I outside the street, I heard it was 4 for 15.
Well, you're speaking to me now.
I could be speaking to someone else.
Please, be my guest.
God damn it.
That didn't really work out so well, Rocket.
Okay, darling, you twist my arm, darling. Okay, here, take 10 more gold pieces. I'll take 2 more vials, darling. You're too nice to me. You spoil me. Oh, a special customer I am.
You begin to understand.
Oh, I hate this guy.
And as a gift, an exchange, I will tell you these words. Beware the one who faces their face, for they have hidden their true face from you still. Remember these words, SP Rocket.
Did you get that, Rocket?
Did you get that?
I thought it wasn't good.
Something about faces.
They are extremely memorable words that are written down in your
could you
brain.
write that on a
Oh, thank
scroll for
goodness.
us, please? Thank you. We appreciate the wording.
This may not be useful to you today,
Oh.
but I've seen things in store for you.
Oh.
Sorry, this is specific. He's saying this specifically to Rocket.
Yes.
And, okay, Minos is just hanging around.
I do not know your name, Minotaur.
Oh, I'm
you have
Minos.
learned some. Oh, God damn it! Learn better. You reveal too much.
Oh, yeah, we just had this riddle! Minos will say as he, bonks his own head.
Careful, there's 2 up here.
Oh.
Well, what is
Yeah,
your
so-
name, good shopkeeper?
Ah, you begin to learn. But a mere exchange of goods
Steve?
does not seem me indebted to you.
I'm gonna call you Steve. Nice to meet you, Steve.
Okay, goodbye!
Farewell, adventurers.
I'll remember
And
you,
good luck.
Steve.
So there are also other types of potions at the shop. There's healing potions, that kind of thing, if people are interested, or for
Okay.
later if we have monies. But
Right.
yeah, he doesn't just sell antidotes. Okay, does anyone else have anything they want to do in town? Anything they are interested in finding out? Questions to ask, places to go.
I mean, we're probably all walking away from the clothes place, and as we're walking through town, I'll kind of call attention to the tower, because who's the guy in the tower? Was that the old mayor or the
The current mayor.
The current mayor,
Current
yeah.
mayor.
current mayor? As we're walking by the tower, what does it look like?
So it's oddly crooked. Enough so that you would be worried about it collapsing, but none of the local villagers seem to have any problem with it. It's the center of town, and so it looks like it could easily be a government building, something where the mayor would have his offices, etc.
See, Gunnar, I think you were right to ask that question. We have a dwarf in town and a hideous work of masonry up there that clearly needs some repair. I think you were wise to question him.
Yes, no dwarf. Maybe changeling.
Have you had any experience with dwarves before?
Yes, trade often with dwarves. They are mountain people like ours.
Tell us more. I don't know much about you. Let me learn.
We are mountain people.
Seems appropriate.
Sorry, I know that we kind of already said that we were leaving, but the price of those brightly colored pants, what were they?
So for the non-magical, non-enchanted ones, if you just want a pair of pants, they're 5 gold pieces.
Okay. That's an expensive pair of pants.
They're very well tailored and will last for all kinds of time.
And from what I understood,
How much-
our reward was magically enchanted pants.
You will get your choice of a single set of magically enchanted pants.
Oh, okay.
The pants, or was it leggings? Because I thought it was
Ah,
leggings.
there might be a choice available. We'll see.
Oh, we'll barter a different reward if we find CC.
I think he will also happily give you a set of outfits of the non-magical variety if you bring his
Oh,
wife.
yes. I want fine clothes for Minos.
The tower, Is it possible to approach it? Is there like
is.
a door?
So, if you head over to the tower, you will see that there are guards standing at this tower as well. And these guards are a bit more standoffish. So they'll cross halberds in front of the doorway and command you to halt if you try to go in.
Hello, good sirs. I am Peter Post, mailman extraordinaire. I'm here to deliver some mail to your beloved mayor.
The mayor is not to be disturbed. He's given very clear orders. He has much to think about today, yesterday, the day before that. Well, all this week and all last week, and probably for the next few weeks after this. So if you have some letters, you can leave them with me. I'll make sure he gets them. But he's not taking anyone today, whether they be
Surely you can understand that
tradesmen,
would not be
tradespeople, or
proper.
not. Well, perhaps you could go down to the local post office then. You could leave it with them, and they'll make sure to hand it off once the mayor is available again.
We need a
Is this because
signature.
Is this because the citizens are becoming abducted? Is there a bandit problem that's attracting his focus?
I'm not sure the mayor is aware of the bandit problem. Again, he hasn't been out for a few days now.
So there is a
I
bandit
obviously
problem.
saw the posters. Well, yes. Mark's been postering all over town. He's very worried.
Of course, but only one isn't a problem. You must know of others. So tell me more about what's going on here. Is this what's disrupting his focus?
No, he
Why is
just
his focus
told us
being
that he
taken away
had
from the
a lot to
citizens
do.
when they should be doing other things?
Well, he is.
I think
focusing
we
on
need
the
to
citizens.
discuss with
He's an
him in
excellent
person.
mayor.
No, I think we need to discuss with him in person and help him sort out his priorities. This woman has mail, or this man has mail as well. I think we can help him out. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, we have
Excuse
very
me.
specific orders. The mayor is working hard. He's been a fine mayor all this time, and he needs a little bit of chance to focus.
Excuse me. I need
Sure,
to
he'll be
speak
back
to your
later.
manager. I need to speak to your manager. Can you,
Sir, I am a lieutenant of the guard.
Sir, I am a woman. Excuse me.
Did he just assume your gender?
She is gonna get ragey and
Uh-oh.
go kind of full Karen here. Can I
Uh-oh.
roll a bit of an intimidation check?
Yes, sure.
Karens can always try to roll the intimidation check.
Okay, so what do I do here?
A
Well,
real
sorry,
Karen wouldn't
Yeah, roll
have it.
intimidation. So exclamation point check intimidate.
that's right. Okay, not expecting much here, but
Or intimidation.
just send
I'm
one, yeah.
sorry, 5th
Perfect.
edition.
Oh.
So the guard is not impressed. He's doing his duty, and he's been told to not let anyone in. So you can thump away at the breastplate for a while if you want to. And he'll just sort of
with
stand
like the
stoic.
gentle fervor of someone that's very feeble.
I apologize, Miss.
I will be back.
Ma'am?
We're not done here.
Of course. Once the mayor has finished his duties, he's always happy to see whoever feels like coming by. I'm sure as soon as I'm allowed to let people in, he will take you in with great pleasure.
When is last time you see Mayor?
Um,
With your eyes.
about a week ago now. He's been very busy.
He poke his head out.
No, there's been some food sent in. We just push it through the door. He's been yelling for it from time to time.
Then when you see him,
Well, we drop the food off, and then we close the door, and then he picks it up at some point. He's a very busy man. He can't be taking the food directly from us. He's got lots to do.
so you see him when you open door or no?
No, we haven't seen him for about a week now.
So
It's
how
not.
is he alive? Maybe he dead.
Well, he's eating the food, and he's been
Someone
yelling
eat
for more.
food. Maybe rat eat food.
No, there are no rats in town. If there were
There's
rats in
bandits.
town, the flying snakes would come in to eat them, and we don't see that.
Flying snakes get bored of eating rats. Eat food from Mayor.
No, I haven't seen any flying snakes either. This makes no sense. You're
Let's
way
fly
off
it
base,
at
I'm sure.
night when it's very dark.
No, he
Any
eats during the
snake.
day. You're all making a very big deal about this. The mayor is working hard for the people. Let him work.
Agreed. I think we should.
Is it safe? Is that a safe working environment?
Of course it is. He's in there. He's got his office. And oh, you mean the Yes, no, it's like that. We had a wizard build it for us. It wasn't the best use of funds, but it looks very interesting, don't you think?
I do actually, yes.
See? The mayor has good ideas. He's
Where
a
did
fine
they-
mayor, and he's served us all well.
Where did you hire this wizard from?
You know, I'm not quite sure. I've been guarding here this whole time, and I remember them constructing it, but I don't really remember the wizard very well.
The wizard built it.
Yes. Well, of course he did. How else would you get a tower that looks like this?
Of course. Yes, I know these things.
Certainly
but
not by a dwarf.
yeah. Anywho, I feel like we've taken up enough of your time for today, and I think that my companions and I should reconvene elsewhere.
Of course, I do apologize that the mayor couldn't see you. He would ordinarily be quite pleased to have a chat with visitors
Of
to our fine town.
course. I mean, my companions here don't get out into society very often, so please excuse their brashness.
You're
Well,
right,
neither
Elias.
do we. We're very alone here.
They do look busy. We should let them continue working, and then we'll just like start walking towards the market.
Now, my friends, I wanted to stop all of that from happening, but it was quite a character.
Does
Defining moment.
Yeah, like a character study. I got to
Oh.
see a little bit into each of your psyches, it seems.
Only 2 of them. We go back, we kill them, we get in tower.
Oh no.
Oh, hello, friends.
does
Rocket and
does
I are
anyone
back from the
have
market.
training in Arcana?
Oh,
anyone who is
no,
at the
definitely
tower?
not me.
Me.
So roll me an Arcana check. You
I
guys were
can
hanging
do
around there for
that.
a little while.
I've got half proficiency.
Same.
Look at that roll.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So this is very clearly a magical tower. It's very clearly been built by a wizard, and it's also quite obvious that there's something else of power inside. So the seat of government has some kind of magical aura going on. You don't know a lot else from outside the walls. You can also tell that the doors are magically locked.
Folks, this place reeks of magic everywhere, all over the place. And it seems to be no ordinary mayor, I don't think, would get their hands on something this powerful.
Yeah, so
Did you catch up with us, or did you catch up with me, or am I still just kind of wandering?
I think he told that to whoever was at the clock
Yeah, I thought we all left together.
tower.
Okay,
area.
we did leave. We had
Yeah.
to all leave together. Okay.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too hard to find a minotaur somewhere around here.
I think he
he's
just was
much
about to,
taller than average.
I think he was about to pop up behind us, actually.
Oh, hi! Did you guys see a minotaur around here? Minos will say, looking around.
I have now. Welcome back.
Oh,
no,
just
let
me.
me see. Let me know when you see one.
Are we ready to go on our quest?
Yes, I think we need to discuss what might be the best plan of action, because there's some pieces of information that seem suspicious.
Oh, like what?
Well, this mayor hasn't been seen in quite some time and appears to be barricaded into a magical fortress effectively, which
It's not a prison.
I've never met a nice wizard who's done that before, so
You think
Definitely
the
not a
mayor
prison.
kidnapped Cece?
not necessarily, but I do think it's suspicious.
Oh, okay, but how does that relate to Cece?
I think it's more of a town problem rather than a.
I'm not saying that it is the mayor who has something to do with it, but I'm also not saying that it isn't. Do you catch my drift?
The only
Oh.
real connection is that Mark mentioned people had said he should run for mayor, and then his wife went missing. Possibly someone
Oh.
trying to stop him from running, but that's not necessarily what's happening here.
There's
The
motive.
ransom doesn't mention not running for mayor, only money.
Does it
Sorry,
cost
what?
money to run for mayor? I think either way we should probably go save Cece.
Or at least collect her body
Or at least that.
for burial.
Oh no. Does anybody have any ideas of where we should go check out first?
I would suggest down the river.
Now, hear me out. This might sound crazy, but it also might yield some results. Rocket, you are quite small. So it's possible that we could get her inside of a box and
Put that box inside another box.
float that down the river.
And then crush with hammer.
And have Peter deliver it. It's perfect.
Done. We have the perfect cover.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
But we have to send the money downriver, no?
Elias, darling, have I offended you? What did I say for you to like me so strongly?
No, nothing about like or dislike. This just seems like the most logical thing to do.
You can't put baby in a corner. Oh, whatever.
Old gay reference, something.
I'm in no mood to dance, but we must figure out what to do.
Sorry, did we get what the ransom said exactly?
So
We
the
got the
ransom
letter,
note
right?
said, yeah, bring 1,000 gold pieces downriver.
Oh,
Do
okay.
we have
Get your
1,000 gold pieces? We can just buy her and sell her for higher price. Arbitrage the difference. Keep a profit.
I just spent my last gold piece, unfortunately.
That's actually really smart.
Guys, we took a job. We can now start to question the sacred job, okay?
Not questioning job. Get her for 1,000 gold, sell her for 10. Is capitalist.
He did say that he would pay about 10,000 for her. It was a very specific number.
So we sell her for 9,999.
Yeah, great
So-
deal.
A little part we're missing here, everybody, is that we don't have 10,000 to buy her with.
1,000.
No, we need 1,000.
Oh,
Maybe we could get a
1,000.
loan of 1,000 from Mark, and then we pay the 1,000 to get his wife, and then we sell her for 10,000 to him, and then we pay the 1,000 back.
Beatrice is getting like noticeably irritated.
Yeah.
Just like that slow burn in the corner, and she just kind of like breaks. She's like, women are not things that are to be bought or sold. Wives especially. They are supposed to be cherished and loved and honored, and we need to save her. We need to go get her now.
Safest way to get her is pay price.
Or we hide our smallest member in a box to find out who's trying to ransom his wife.
Do you have bucks?
I'm sure we can get a box.
I'm sure we can get 1,000 gold and buy.
Oh my god.
At this moment, Minos is going to like shiver a little bit, and a light blue furred squirrel is going to pop up on his other shoulder that Rocket was on. Oh, everybody! I want you to meet Acorn. This is my friend.
Can we sell for 1,000 gold? Blue squirrel must be very rare.
No, I just think that perhaps we could use Acorn to go scope out the area, perhaps. Oh, but perhaps not, I guess. But maybe if we get a little closer. Oh, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, Acorn. I don't think they have any cannons.
No,
I
I
mean,
insisted
rocket
in
might.
cannon plan. Let little rodent finish.
So yeah, that's we always have Acorn as an option.
Acorn, nice to meet you.
I picture you shaking its little hand.
I'm Peter Postman Extraordinaire. And another term that I made up that I can't remember.
Exceptional, I think you said. Yep, that seems like an alternative to the box or get 1,000 coins option.
If Peter is mailman, perhaps he have mailing address for bandits.
Oh, Peter, do you have the mailing address?
Let me see.
How else they get mail?
Murder.
There is a post office in town, so the guard did give you directions to the post office if you wanted to drop off the mayor's mail there.
Maybe you can see if the mayor has other mail.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Okay, Acorn, if we need you, we'll call you right back. Okay, bye-bye.
I actually would like to do that. That was a great idea, Patrice. I want to check to see if the mayor's mail has been collected, or if it's like stockpiling up.
Yeah, so local post office. It's not huge, but there is a mail clerk hanging out. And when he sees a fellow postman, he's very happy and perks up a little bit and says, "Oh, we hardly ever get post people through here. It's a pretty quiet little area."
It's an envelope.
What can I help you out with?
Hey, I have some mail here for your town mayor. I wasn't able to see him. Is that normal? Like, how do you deliver the mail?
Oh, well, ordinarily he'll come pick up the post, but it's a little strange. It's been a week or so since he's been down to pick anything up. It is starting to pile up a little bit. Doesn't look like there's anything super important he's been missing. If people have real important complaints, they usually go see him directly. But yes, if there are a few letters here, and if you have something for him, I can toss it in the pile with the rest, and we'll sort it out when he comes out to pick him up.
Oh, this is a very professional establishment. It's very nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, we're members of the mail. We have to be professional, don't we?
Do they have maps? Oh, sorry, do you have maps?
Oh, yes. We have our posting map to make sure we can find everyone's destinations for all their letters.
What kind
are you
of
looking for?
addresses do you have downriver?
Oh, well, if you see here, here's the river going out of town on the north end. And if you follow it down, there's a few different farms and a couple other things. Well, there's the old caves, the haunted caves. Actually, are you thinking of going down there? I have this piece of mail that's addressed to the haunted caves. And it'd be really helpful if someone else could go deliver it, because I want nothing to do with that place.
You know what, sir? I think I can manage that. That sounds like a job for Peter Post. Extraordinary.
So he hands you. He thanks you very much. And he hands you a letter on simple paper, and it's addressed to Kenneth in the haunted caves.
How long ago did this arrive for him?
It showed up yesterday. It was local. I think it was. Honestly, it just looked like someone's aunt. She was an older lady sending a piece of post. I'm not sure why she was sending it out to the haunted caves, but she's an old lady. She does what she wants.
Oh, I'm on it.
Excellent. It's our job to deliver the mail, not to ask questions, right?
Okay, that's all I have to do here.
So you'll see that these caves are right along the river, about maybe a couple hours walk, and yeah, you have some directions. You should be able to get there without too much difficulty. They're a cave system that should stick out above the rest of the jungle.
Hey guys, you could never guess what I found. A lead.
Were we not with you?
We 100% were.
You're allowed in the post office.
We didn't all
Safe spot.
jump into it. Yeah, the post office.
It's not a post fortress. They let other people in.
I'll say that.
Haunted caves sounds promising.
Okay, let's see if we could go find some anti-haunting potions. Oh wait, I have no more money.
Oh darn, I guess we'll have to wait on those anti-haunting potions. Oh no.
Who would deliver a ransom note to Taylor? The dwarf.
It wasn't me. It must have been dropped off by someone else.
Did you say that?
It doesn't sound like official mail.
Stamped.
We run a proper business here. We're not in the business of sending out ransom notes.
Didn't you just say
bills.
We don't care what's sent as long as that's not us to question?
No, we're professionals.
If I want to send mail to Bandit Camp, what is mailing address?
Bandit Camp, and he checks the map. And Bandit Camp. I don't see a Bandit Camp here. Do you have a postal code for them?
Downriver?
2.
Yeah.
No,
Did that work?
A real postal code.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but we don't have bandits around here.
I could take a guess, maybe. Can you tell me what a postal code looks like?
oh, well, it would look something like this. It's like a QW3, and then there's a, like, if you look over in this quadrant, there's an XXW, and then a 5, right? And that tells you that it's there for AM and PM deliveries, but not for the normal noon hour one, of course.
Okay. Is the bandit camp postal code ABC?
You've solved the puzzle.
No, I'm sorry.
They
But
told
you
me
know
to
it!
Do you have a map? Do you have a map of postal codes?
Yes, it's the postal map. It's
Yes,
the postal
can we
map.
see
It's
it?
on the wall beside. Yes,
Can we
you're
see it?
looking right
Okay,
at
we
it.
can-
We've
we
been
can
looking
clearly
at it
look.
this whole time.
I just didn't see it until now. How embarrassing.
Fortunately, you have a proper mailman with you who can keep track of things like this.
So can we look downriver and see if where the cave is compared to what downriver might be?
Yeah, so these caves are downriver from town.
The haunted caves are.
The haunted caves.
Okay.
Yes. It is mostly jungle, right? Again, the town is the actual main concentration of people, and you do see there's some mountains. Along these mountains, there are some kind of agricultural areas. There's some fields and farms and things like that. But other than that, there's a few farms kind of scattered around in the jungles. There's the main town. There's the road you guys came in on. There's another road heading off into who knows where down south. And then there are these haunted caves.
Well, we can kill two birds with one stone.
Let's go deliver the mail to Kenneth then.
Can you tell us more about Kenneth? Who is this person? Who are we looking for?
Oh, he's the man who is gonna get some mail, hopefully. The best
Do you-
kind.
Do you not know? This isn't the largest village. Do you know
I
everyone?
can't say that I know everyone. I know most people from town. I don't really recognize a Kenneth. Certainly not one that would be living out at the haunted caves. That's why I didn't want to go out there myself.
Understood. Well, just hand off your $10,000 fee. I'm kidding, of course. Just hand off your nominal fee, and I'm sure Peter will take care of it for you.
Oh, Peter, you're a professional postman. You'll take the mail, right?
Of course.
Oh,
All
so it's
post people are paid as a matter of course. It's not a fee-based service.
so it's a calling for him, but it's a business for you. I just feel like Peter's not being well valued here.
So
Peter-
I'm going to grab my satchel and then we're off to deliver the mail and I'm just marching off. I'm skipping out.
Minos is gonna skip with you. He is in there.
Yeah, I think I'm
Peter,
gonna-
like, on your shoulder. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna follow, just shaking my head.
Oh, it does my heart good to see a real mailman again.
Rather than those fake ones that you experience.
We're out of the way here. We don't get that many itinerant postmen.
Beatrice will leave and follow the party.
Has Kenneth received mail before?
Not out to the caves. I'd have anything that goes out to the haunted caves would be in this pile here, and there's just that one letter.
And you did not recognize woman who dropped it off?
Oh, she was
not
from town.
village. She was
No,
from
she's
village?
from town. I've seen her around. She's
Okay. Do you know her name?
not offhand.
Okay.
She's just an older lady. You bump into her sometimes.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I'll go with the others.
Okay, so you have directions downriver.
Other people. Old woman who give mail to Kenneth lives in village. We can find her. Ask her about Kenneth.
That's not a bad idea, actually, which is surprising. But
Or we just go to Ghost Bandit Cave. I don't care.
do you have anything to go off of to find this woman?
A male guy does not know her name, but she's from village. You bump into her, old woman.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
if you'd ask, he could have given you a quick description, but it wouldn't be anything particularly definitive. She's an older
Could
lady.
he sketch something?
Height.
Like a really quick woodcut?
Unfortunately, I spend all of my time writing down addresses. I'm not much of a sketcher.
I feel like Peter is like way over there, already
Down the
skipping
road
down
with
the
the
road.
letters.
Peter, Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We should follow Peter.
Yeah, I guess we're heading off.
I'm gonna ask Peter some questions while we're walking. Peter, which one is it? Is it a calling or is it a business?
It is, work is the greatest calling that a person can receive.
Peter, are you sure you still want to be wearing your chainmail out in the jungle?
I do. This has my work logo on it. I don't drop any mail, chain or otherwise.
You did feel much better after having a juice box, and so if you make sure that you're well topped off, you probably won't have any difficulties.
Trust me.
Yeah, I guess I'll stock up on water and...
Topped off.
I guess I should have stocked up on juice boxes.
Beatrice, you had one job.
Again, these are simple
know.
shopping things.
And
You
I
can do
didn't
stuff
get
like that on the way in.
us in to see the mayor, and I'm very upset about that. I will do better. I will do better.
They told me, Elias, when you graduate, just get a job as an alchemist, it'll be fine. No, I wanted to be an adventurer, meet interesting people. Ugh.
Kill them.
Should have been a postman.
Shall we go downriver to this quote-unquote haunted cave?
Yes.
All right. So everyone's done their stuff they're wanting to do in town. You're ready to head out into the jungles?
I'm going to specifically walk in the middle of the party.
Yeah. So you can get to the river. You can look around, and it's a wide, kind of muddy river. It's flowing relatively slowly. You can't see all the way to the bottom, meandering its way through the jungle. And
Oh, well, jungle music. I'm sure there's...
jungle music. Yeah, jungle music would be good.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about making a boat or a raft if you don't want to. You can just follow along on the banks. It's heavy jungle, but not so dense that you can't kind of walk your way through it. So if you guys are all okay to just walk, that is totally reasonable in this case.
I'm going to be hiking my robe up to the knees as I do it in the most precious way possible.
It is muddy. It is
Yeah.
wet. It is hot. It is humid. Yeah, so much like when you came into town, you hear a bit of bird song, you hear rustling in the woods, and all of a sudden, about maybe half an hour after coming out of town, you hear hissing and the buzzing of wings, and a variety of flying snakes swoop out of the trees and swoop in to attack. So this will be an encounter. So if I can get people to do some initiative. Is it in it? Start?
In it, begin.
In it, begin. Begin. Channel's already in combat. Perfect. Do I need to end it? Probably.
Yeah.
Is it just in it for us?
One second.
Until,
Okay, I closed it.
In it, begin. There you go. Everyone roll for initiative. Perfect.
2.
Init joined is your command.
Gunnar
Oh my god.
one less than me.
Is there a way to add more than one of the same thing? Is it like X4 or -4 or something?
Dash and something. Let me get it exactly for you.
See if that works. Does that work? It does not.
Oh my god.
They could just all go the same.
Okay, exclamation in it, space join.
Yes.
If this one doesn't work, I swear to God. That feels right. That feels like a correct initiative.
So this is the what it would be, Matt, for.
I got
you
it.
got it.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is the dash end. Perfect.
Dash in and then space
Oh
number.
boy, they rolled better than I think all of us.
Matt's got the DM dice now.
DM dice now. Ha ha ha. No. Oh damn. Okay. And then if I want to add another thing, it's add dash n, I guess. What's your initiative modifier? Okay, I want to add a generic monster or like another monster.
Oh yeah. Exclamation mark I space add.
Yeah.
Space plus whatever.
Okay. Cool.
Space your name.
Required
They,
argument.
they needed a name for
Oh, and a
whatever.
name. Perfect.
Yeah, after
Got
the
it.
+2.
Right. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so
giant.
a giant snake. Yeah.
Oh, giant snake.
Okay, so you are all kind of wandering along, and the buzzing of wings kind of swoops out from the jungle, and a very tiny snake with rainbow-colored wings flies out, and it sees a very large minotaur, and it says, "I would like to bite that."
Oh,
Or it thinks, I suppose, I would like to bite that. But it has not quite made it to you yet. So you see them flying out of the woods, and they are diving towards you this turn.
flying snakes, and they look like they're coming for me. I guess it's us at this point.
So you can all, so you all see these flying snakes coming towards you. What? Who's in the back?
Gunnar would take the very end if.
Okay.
I'm
That's
assuming
perfect.
I'm in the front, if that matters.
Probably somewhere in the middle is a squishy.
Yeah. So Gunnar, from the river to the left of you, a giant snake pops out and attempts to constrict you.
I constrict it right back.
Yeah. So it is going to wrap its coils around Gunnar. You're seeing basically just a large anaconda swimming through the water and then popping out at you.
Like a normal Tuesday night, eh, Tim?
Is it weird I find this kind of hot?
Oh,
Oh my god.
So that is a 22 on AC.
Yes.
Oh, it's
No.
gonna be hot.
Yeah, just.
Okay, so you are constricted, and as the coils of the snake wrap around you, you take 12 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled and restrained.
I am going to use my Stone's Endurance.
Yep.
So as a reaction, I reduce the damage dealt to me by 1d12 plus 3.
Okay.
How do I roll a d12?
Dash R space D12.
Like exclamation point R?
Or sorry, yes, exclamation point.
I'll take it. So 8 plus 3 is 11.
So you take 1 bludgeoning damage as your skin hardens and resists most of the coils of the snake.
Knock it off.
Right. So the flying snakes are buzzing around and darting in. Sprocket, you're up.
I will attack one of the ones coming near me and Minos.
Okay, so one of the flying snakes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That is a hit for 8 damage, and the flying snake is pierced by a crossbow bolt and falls to the floor, twitching and flopping.
Yeah.
So after Minos kind of yells that they're coming, I'm gonna scurry onto his other shoulder and then pull out the crossbow and shoot it.
Whoa, that was a great shot, Rocket. You were so strong.
All that, darling. You wait.
High five.
If that's you, then Elias, you're up next.
Okay. I believe I'm going to try to cast Chill Touch on the rainbow snake wrapped around Gunnar.
Okay, it's giant snake. It's not
That's
rainbow colored.
anaconda.
It's just a big
Anaconda
black
size.
snake.
Yeah.
Oh.
The rainbow ones are the
Anaconda.
ones flying at us. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Do not worry about me. I take snake myself.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll shoot at the one that was already shot at.
Yes, absolutely.
Big flying.
Fire. So the one that's already shot at is dead. It's
Oh, never mind then. I'm going to shoot at
They're-
another one.
the flying snakes are very small.
I'm shooting another one.
Go for it.
I did.
That is a hit.
It was not very much damage.
2 damage is some damage, but it is still buzzing around rapidly.
Okay.
Okay, Beatrice.
Beatrice will see that that Elias has damaged something and be like, "Go get it away from me!" Like point and just the bells start to toll in the background.
Okay, so that is a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes.
Alright.
She is very unhappy about snakes being involved here.
Okay, an 8 does not save, I imagine, so you can roll damage. Okay, so with a reverberation that echoes through the jungle, this the snake that has already been chilled and has a hand grasped to it falls to the floor.
They fixed it. Look, totally is fixed.
We did it. I'm still gonna.
Hey, look at that.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm still kind of hiding in the middle, away from the larger snakes.
Yeah, so you
And
see one large snake and now 2 small snakes zooming towards.
How long does a bardic inspiration last for? Again, I should know this.
hour?
You have to use it within the next 10 minutes. Like, whoever gets it needs to use it within 10 minutes, I believe.
10 minutes.
10
Okay.
minutes? Okay.
I will leave it be. Moving on.
So next is Peter Post.
Okay. Going to. They're like near me? They're not.
So they're actually flying around, so they're a little high to reach. You'd have a hard time meleeing one.
I'm assuming that in a jungle scenario, a boomerang might not be applicable since there's like vines and stuff.
Oh, you can see them. You can
Okay.
take an aim. They're it's not thick enough for them to have cover or anything like that.
Trusty
just flying
boomerang it is then.
It's that.
What is this?
This
Alright,
is
so,
your snake encounter. This is what happens to all encounters.
So Peter Post hurls a boomerang into the jungle, but the small flying snake zips out of the way and
Oh,
dodges
dang.
it adeptly. The boomerang returns to your hand. And Minos.
How far are? Sorry, just some geographical questions. We saw the map for the haunted caves was down the river about like a couple hours walk.
Yeah.
And
So
how
you're about halfway now.
We're about halfway, so it's probably still about an hour before we get there.
Yeah, you're well out of town, but you've still got a ways to go before you make it to the caves.
Okay. Minos is going to reach down into just a little sack that's hanging on the kind of belt that's wrapped around him, I guess, and is going to pull out 3 pebbles and is going to whisper something, and the 3 pebbles will begin to glow.
Okay.
And then he'll put one of those pebbles, so that's just a bonus action, so I cast the spell Magic Stone, and I've imbued 3 of my pebbles with magic. And now I put so now as my action, I'm going to put 1 in my sling, and I'm going to shoot.
Shoot away. Yeah, one of the little flying snakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sling? I don't have it.
Oh, equipped on
Equipped,
your
I guess.
character sheet. Yeah. You can just roll it, because it does spell damage, right? Or probably with the magic rock.
It will. I just want to see if I got it here now.
Hey, ooh, a crit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it will do
Come
plus 2 magic damage.
All right, so this glowing rock flings through the jungle and explodes this tiny snake. There's a burst of feathers and blood, I guess.
Oh, I hit one as well, Rocket. We make a good pair.
What a high five.
Just so casually.
All right, and Gunnar, you are at the end of the initiative order. You're up now.
As Gunnar is being squeezed by a snake foolish enough to test its strength against his, he will enter a rage as a bonus action.
Yep.
So he's being grappled and restrained, so his only action is to escape the grapple, I think, right?
No, you can still attack normally. What you can't do while restrained is move around, and stuff will have advantage on you when they attack, I believe.
Okay. So he will attack. He will attack recklessly because it's his first attack, I believe. What is that? Reckless attack. When you make your first attack a turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, which gives you an advantage on melee attacks. But as a result, the snake would have advantage on him.
Yes.
So he is going to try to crush the snake's skull with his hammer. So I will roll an attack by
Exclamation point attack.
Great.
Hammer. Dash ADV.
dash.
I'm just gonna check my magic stone because it looks like I might be able to cast it through. No, it doesn't roll it. Okay, that's cool.
Did any of that work?
Yep. You
You
got
crit.
it. So you crit on the
Wow.
snake. So you slam down a warhammer, and with a mighty splat, the constrictor snake is bludgeoned, I suppose, for a large amount of damage. It hisses and wriggles and tightens its coils, but it's not dead yet. And you're raging, so that's an extra 2 damage, I believe.
Isn't that factored in, or?
No,
Probably
it won't.
not.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, it is an extra 2 damage.
If you can,
Alright.
yeah, you have to like cast it on yourself somehow. I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
Also, because he's got rage, he's got resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
That would probably be helpful.
Yeah, still got that tough skin on.
Yep. Okay. Anything else?
No, sorry, that's everything.
Perfect.
Action
So
bonus.
there is one small flying snake diving down on Minos,
No.
and it will bite as it zips down. For an 11 on AC.
Ooh, it's a miss.
Ooh.
I don't have a lot of
and-
armor.
It's not a miss, it's a miss.
It's a miss.
as,
Ew.
as a little tiny winged snake, it just flits off back over the river. So it just does a dive bombing attack on you.
And it's gone out of combat now, or
It has gone out of reach.
far. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's coming around for another pass.
Right.
Right, and the giant constrictor snake is happy to continue constricting. It's got a Goliath in its coils, and it's gonna keep going with what it's got. R. So Gunnar, that's a 23 on AC.
Remember, it has advantage too. And
Oh yeah, it hits.
Just
We're
in
good
case
with
you get a crit or whatever.
Yeah, crit him. Crit him.
Oh,
that.
God.
Roll a d20. It's not a 20. Okay, cool. We're
Okay.
good. Plus 4. Oops. Dash R it.
It's a lot of damage, this thing. It's a good thing that it's attacking you.
It's a very large snake,
Alright.
yeah. So that is 14 bludgeoning damage, but it is bludgeoning, so you do resist it.
So resistance is half?
Yeah.
So you'll take 7.
Perfect, thank you. You call that a squeeze? You squeeze like my mother.
Oh, Gunnar,
Very
can you
powerful.
speak to snakes as well?
Yes, but they never listen.
I have that issue as well with them.
Probably
Frickin'
with
snakes.
everyone.
Okay, that's the snake's go, so Sprocket, back to you.
We'll attack again with my crossbow.
How many are left around us, by the way?
So there was one flying snake, and it has once again been pierced by a bolt and falls into
Yeah.
Yes.
So whenever it goes over Jamie's shoulder again, I'll again run to the other shoulder now. And then shoot it.
Alright, Elias, you're up. There is only the large constrictor squeezing your Goliath.
Yep, I
friend.
feel like I'm gonna give it a tickle, like I did the last one. Cast, touch.
That's a hit. And there
Sweet.
is a small hand massaging the snake for 1 damage.
It's delicate. And it makes my characteristic woo as it goes over to it.
Oh, Elias, that's very spooky.
I like the spooky.
Oh, are you excited for the haunted caves? Oh wait, I guess we shouldn't be talking during.
Yes.
I mean, you can be. All the other snakes are gone. They're just the one big
Ecstatic,
one.
yeah.
Gunnar's just being strangled to death. How are you
It's not
feeling
like
about our
Elias is doing anything
excursion?
useful, might as well talk.
And the hand just stops it from regaining hit points, right? It's is that the
Yes.
big thing?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, correct. Till my next
All
turn.
right. Beatrice, you're next.
Beatrice is gonna pull out her I believe she has a rapier. I forget exactly what she has, but
So this could be good.
she's going to take it out
Uh-oh.
and slash very almost like looking away, like eh, with the sword.
Traditionally,
like-
rapier is
yeah.
stabbing weapon, but go ahead.
Oh, she's not very. She almost shouldn't have. Wait, hold on.
Exclamation point attack space.
Attacks.
Is she at least looking where she's stabbing, hopefully?
Yes.
A 12 on AC is a hit. So you pierce into this large
Ooh.
snake. It's not dodging very well because it's kind of busy squeezing Gunnar to bits.
That's some good damage.
Yes, so there's a large gash opened up in the snake.
I'm gonna just play this off and just in full canon. This is probably completely luck that she happened to swing and she was swinging it exactly, and then it somehow stuck the pointy end in. She is as equally amazed as everyone else, and that will kind of stifle her from doing anything else. She'll be like, "What?"
All right, Peter, then you're up.
Oh, this guy's still going? Holy shit.
It's a very large snake. It's very kind of industriously squeezing away.
I respect it.
You're dancing.
I mean, I guess I just saw a successful stabbing attack, so I'm gonna knife him. What are the rules about changing weapons? Because I have the boomerang, so switching to a dagger, is that an action?
You would
No.
have to drop the boomerang, but it's
Yes.
not an action.
Okay, then I'll do that and stab him with a dagger.
It's actually
All right, that is a hit. It scratches the snake for a bit more damage.
Oh, sorry, my letter opener. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting things.
Who are you? Right.
All right, anything else? Is that good? If that's good, then it's up to Minos. The
Okay,
snake
let's
is now
see if-
bleeding from a few different cuts.
This works.
He's getting tickled too. Don't forget that. Jeez.
and a massage.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Because it actually is a +4 to hit, not +2. Just.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
sure.
And then
it
it's an
hits
extra 2
regardless of
damage
extra
on
+2.
this.
All right, so another glowing rock slams into the snake.
Yeah, so Minos will grab, put another one of the pebbles in his sling, do a 180 to what was currently happening, and then release it on snake around Gunnar.
All right, Gunnar, your allies are flinging all kinds of steel and rock at you, but luckily it's all hitting the snake. So, what do you do?
Gunnar, as the snake is still kind of coiled about his lower quarters, is going to try to hit it with a hammer again. But this time, no advantage, because the reckless attack only applies on his first one.
Rip it
You
in
can
half.
you can reckless
can-
attack every turn.
Yeah, it's up to you. You could reckless attack
Really?
every single turn if you want to.
The only real, honestly, it doesn't even matter if you choose to do it on your second attack. Like the idea is just you recklessly attack on your turn or you don't. If
Yeah.
you do, all your strength-based attacks are with advantage, and then everything has advantage on you.
For
if
the
you choose
whole
not
turn,
to,
yeah.
then you don't.
Oh.
You drop the
When you make your-
disadvantage.
when you make your first attack on your turn. I thought it was
Yeah,
like the first attack in combat. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to do a reckless.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great ability.
Yeah, no kidding. Attack one with advantage.
Ooh.
Yep. So that's another hit, and for 7 damage total.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, added the 2. I grind your bones to make my bread.
And it is grinding and weakening, but there are still strength enough in the coils to try another
Ooh.
constriction.
Dang.
So we're gonna try 2d20s.
And it's got advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you already.
we're gonna roll a pair of d20s here, so the 19 will hit you.
Ooh.
It's fine as long as it's low damage.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if he hits.
That's
Perfect.
pretty low damage. So eight
Very nice
bludgeoning. It's clearly weakening with the barrage of attacks that you all are flinging into it.
That makes sense.
So yeah,
You
half
still got
fake, Gunnar.
resistance?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah,
Half of
yeah,
that
you-
damage.
Half. Yeah,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
at 13. I'm half health.
Ooh.
Sprocket, you're up.
A small amount of blood will leak from his mouth.
I'm just gonna keep going with the good old crossbow. Hasn't failed me yet.
No, it hasn't. You've
If
been
it ain't
kicking ass.
broke, it's that's a hit.
Ooh, good
Jesus.
damage.
So there are now multiple bolts sticking out of this huge snake. But it's not down yet. Elias.
Dang.
I guess I'm
You're,
also just gonna do another tickle fest.
The last one is dropped off now. It flops to the ground.
Yep.
Do not kill snake. I keep as pet. Very strong animal.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that for sure.
Not
Gonna
like
make
you
him
can
rage
kill
even
anyone.
more. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
nice.
hit. Ooh, for 6 damage.
Not 2 damage. Great job.
Ooh. This one's like more of like a flick this time. It's like
Little-
flicking it.
Yeah, it's found one of the wounds where the crossbow bolt is.
Yeah.
And it's flicking.
I'm just gonna like just dig into it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, poor snake.
The snake thrashes around, but it hasn't let Gunnar go yet.
Wow.
Beatrice.
She's like, I know how to do this. Maybe I'm finally getting over this fear of snakes thing, and she'll try again with the. But she's actually gonna try and stab it this time. She realizes how well that worked.
This is setting up
We'll
for such
see.
comedy gold.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Oh fuck.
You did it, and you will kill the snake as your rapier pierces through what is.
No, my snake!
So it finally slackens its coil as the body flops to the ground around Gunnar.
She actually feels surprisingly less fearful of snakes now.
We've all learned something, which is
So
that you let
Gunnar-
someone else get strangled by the snake, and then you're
Poor
fine.
snake.
Yeah, Gunnar, are you okay? As someone who's also been strangled, I can feel your pain. Are you okay?
I am half okay and half dead.
Can we back up to the part where you were strangled? What?
Were you not here in the last episode? At that stupid B-rate school, I got choked out by whatever that.
I was so dumb in that one. They were eating all my brains. I didn't know what was going on.
Fun fact: the name of that monster is called a choker.
Oh, we're going way back. Yeah.
Fun fact, that's Jamie's nickname for.
Oh.
Awkward silence.
So if you have anything you'd like to do post-combat, feel free. It's probably late afternoonish. You have plenty of time left in the day.
Gunnar, it's dead, but did you want to try to keep it?
Is dead now. Too late to keep.
Do they have?
Wear it as a
big-
nice scarf, maybe.
Yeah, like a boa, just a.
A trophy of your victory.
Oh.
The memory would. Too painful to remember snake in such a way.
Oh.
Can we get any venom from them?
If it was a constrictor, it's unlikely.
Can I just take a quick look? I'm not looking for like loot or anything on these guys. I just want to know, was it kind of a natural attack that
Oh
they
yeah,
kind
sure.
of came by, or did it feel more coordinated or directed?
Roll a nature check.
Okay.
And anyone else who's thinking about this can feel free.
I don't like snakes. I don't
Yeah,
study
so-
snakes. I don't know anything about snakes.
So yeah, you're not from around here. You don't know what these flying snakes do or whether these constrictors are common in the river. Obviously, everyone told you that there were the flying snakes outside of town, so those are kind of to be expected. And if you have a look at them, you can see that they clearly do have venomous fangs.
Oh.
So the anti-venom could have come in handy if anyone had gotten bit.
Were any of us allowed to do the check?
Yeah, anyone who, trained or not, if you want to do it.
Hells yeah. I'm a walking encyclopedia.
Sure. So, yeah, you have read up a little bit on snakes. You've heard of these kind of water-based constrictors before.
sane.
They do have a tendency to try to grab prey that are along the riverbank.
No, it checks out. It checks out.
Oh, that's exactly what happened to Gunnar.
Yeah, no, it's like watching my lessons come to life.
Quite literally. And then death again.
Yeah.
Which is fine for necromancers.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say, fun puppets.
Puppets?
I'm not bringing it back for you.
Who said puppets?
Oh no.
Does anyone have healing potion?
Yes,
Or am I on my own?
come here. Unless someone else wants to offer a potion, I can heal you.
I don't have any healing potions.
I can heal
Okay.
myself, but it's not the most natural of ways.
Oh, Elias, what does that mean?
It's no secret I am a fan of necromancy here.
Oh, can you... Oh, necromancy is with death. Can you do something about this snake? Can we have a
I mean,
zombie
we
snake?
killed it. No, I don't have the ability, nor do I want to bring the snake back. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gunnar, I tried.
I appreciate it. Now heal Gunnar.
Yes.
I guess this
will do
music
it.
can switch back to...
Hold on, what do I have to cast here? Look.
But Minos, if I practice hard enough, we will have fun puppets running around soon.
What the hell?
This
You don't
healing
take a
is
lot.
taking a long time. Must be very good, top quality healing to take so long.
So hold on.
Unfortunately, okay, so Evan, unfortunately, the app in the Discord doesn't records every time you cast a spell, but then you have to kind of get all your spells back in the Discord, so you have to long rest to get them back.
Yeah.
So
I long
exclamation
rested on
mark,
D&D Beyond, but not
I did not
on.
do it.
yeah, exclamation mark,
G space
G.
LR. Just
G
take
space
the long
LR,
rest.
yeah, and then now try your spell again.
Okay. Thanks, team.
Ooh, it's a good heal.
Oh shit.
8?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
so
funny
I-
because it looks like -8.
-8. I know. I don't know why it does that. It's like dash.
It's negative. Yeah, it's negative damage, right? Like they.
Oh,
have
Oh,
everything
okay.
Expressed as damage.
I'm gonna give Gunnar a juice box, and then while he's distracted by the juice box, I'm gonna just kind of be like working on the bigger wounds. I mean, there's no visible wounds other than a little bit of blood coming from his mouth.
Mostly crushing. Yeah.
all internal. yeah.
Lots of big bruises. But yeah, all the blood is internal where it's supposed to be.
So, like, you feeling
I'm,
better, big guy?
Much better, yes. Still a
Good.
little worn.
Good. You did a great job out there. That was a big snake.
I like big snakes.
Okay.
All right.
Is
So
there-
everyone's ready to go, more or less?
I have one thing left if no one
Go
else
for
has.
it. Absolutely.
Can I try and run my dagger under along the tooth, along the fangs?
To try to dig it out or something like that?
Just to try and coat it if I can.
Oh, from the small snakes.
I thought the big snake had venom.
You can try to milk the big snake venom, but Elias will tell you that they're not usually poisonous.
Okay, so the little guys then.
Yeah.
It makes sense. The more something in nature relies on strength, the less likely it is to.
Well, it's usually
I was-
either a constrictor
Yeah.
or a viper. Yeah.
Same with spiders. Big spiders aren't venomous because they just kill their prey through strength. The little ones, you go fuck you up.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
Australia.
if you want to successfully gather venom, give me nature check.
So
is
I was
fine.
just gonna say, I was gonna check a nature check and see if I would clue into that at all. So I'd go up to the bigger snake and try that
It's dangerous
unsuccessfully and
play
probably
with
just
that
move on.
Beatrice.
Okay, so
No,
so you are
Beatrice, no.
you are you are unsuccessfully doing that on the big snake that you've already been told has no venom, and you're gonna scratch yourself on the tooth and take a damage. But fortunately, it's not poisonous, so you're otherwise unharmed.
Oh, Beatrice, why didn't you listen?
I didn't realize
Please do
anyone had
not
said.
desecrate worthy opponent.
I thought that was set out of character. If it was in character, I wouldn't have done that.
Oh,
But
that's fine too.
Yeah,
I'll
just
still
playing.
take the one and pretend that was out of character.
Okay.
In case it needs to be said, I pick up my boomerang.
Oh yes, after dropping it, yes. Yeah, you have a little bit of time. People are casting healing spells. You can gather up anything that you might be missing. Right. And if you're all heading out, I will get you to do a perception check. Everyone.
Damn it, Beatrice.
Ooh, Elias, 2 crits
Elias.
today.
So Elias, you actually your head turns as you feel a cold bit of
Ugh.
magical sensation running up your spine, and you see the constrictor slide back into the river.
Oh, Gunnar, you might have gotten your wish after all.
Elias, I thought you said that you couldn't resurrect the snakes.
I couldn't. It wasn't me. Can I do some kind of check to identify the type of magic, or must I use detect magic?
You are a necromancer. This
Yes.
was necromancy.
Yeah, this feels real familiar, guys. I'm pretty sure this was necromancy.
What should we do, Elias? I'm starting to get nervous.
Nothing to panic about. We killed it once. We could kill it again if it comes back. But I do suggest we leave. So
That thing came out of the
didn't seem-
river, right? And we were
It came
following
out of the river. It popped up behind you.
Okay.
It went back into the river, but this time it seemed to be heading away. You saw some
Oh.
ripples heading away from you guys.
Which way? Like
Back upriver towards the town.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay,
I do
well
suggest
that's
we
not our
move
problem
on.
anymore.
Yeah.
I think we should stay and find real necromancer to join us.
Elias, what does he mean by real
He
necromancer?
is being, as what we would used to call in my old school, a bitch. So
Oh,
yeah.
Gunnar, that's not a very nice thing to do.
I like you, Minos.
Unlike
I sig-
Elias's magic, truth can hurt.
I suggest that we don't stay so close to the river if there are giant snakes in there.
Seems
Seconded.
very reasonable. And again, the jungle is jungle, but it's not so heavy or impassable that you can't make your way a little bit further away from the river. And if you stay close enough that you can sort of see the river, then you know you're not getting hopelessly lost or anything like that.
Yeah.
So as you continue on through the jungle, one thing that you do all notice is that it's gotten quieter. So where before there was bird song, you could hear, there were animals, all sorts of things. Ever since you fought the snakes, you haven't heard anything other than yourselves rustling around through the bushes.
Good, the jungle fears us now.
It's
We have
very
established-
unnatural to not hear animals in the jungle, though, Gunnar.
I'm gonna stick close to Minos and sharpshooter rocket over here just in case.
They're hiding from predators. We are predators.
How
wanna do an
close
nature
would you
check?
say we're close to the cave?
So you were about halfway. You're now coming up on it, but almost the entire time, like within a very short period of time after the fight, you notice it started to get quiet.
Right. I think I'm gonna pop one of my anti-venom potions now.
Sure. Yep.
Is that healing potion?
Yeah, you know based on what you were looking at the map, you guys are now getting close to the haunted caves. And if you have nothing else that you really want to do in preparation for that, you will soon see them. Kind of, it's a large rocky formation sticking up through the jungle.
I would like to tell the group before we approach that, just so you're aware, I have every full intention of walking directly into this cave to deliver this letter. I will not be using a stealth approach. I have a duty to send this letter. You may proceed as you wish. I would just like you all to know that's how I intend to proceed.
Peter, if you don't mind, perhaps I could send in Acorn and then get a little bit of some information for you before we get in there.
Well, I mean, it would be equally dangerous for Acorn and myself, would it not?
Oh, Acorn can't, there's no harm that'll come to Acorn. He'll just go back to some other plane of existence. He's
Very
not too happy if he gets hurt, though. But he's going to be pretty quiet.
Very well, but I will have to deliver this letter, so it's going to be a lot that prevents me from entering it.
I mean,
I'm just gonna get you some information, Peter. Okay.
So I'm going to summon Acorn once again and tell him what I would like him to do.
So little Acorn, do you mind going to scout out the cave ahead, and I'll be looking through your eyes.
And so essentially I can always see out of Acorn's eyes, but while I'm connected to Acorn's eyes, I can't see out my own eyes. I can't hear anything, so I can still hear whatever Minos hears.
Sure. Cool. So yeah, you can send him on up ahead, and you see a cave entrance. Do you want to do a perception check for me?
Sure. Does he have different perception? I don't know.
I'm assuming it's using your eyes. So
Right.
All right, so you see a cave entrance.
So I had told Acorn to go scout inside. And
Yep.
check
So
things
so
out,
okay.
yeah.
So he goes in. You will see a few different. Like, it's a fairly large cave network. It's obviously been lived in for the last little while. You'll see footprints all over the place around the outside. And seated around a fire, you'll see about 4 or 5 kind of scruffy-looking humans.
Okay.
I'll
describe this, by the way, to everyone. As I'm seeing it, you guys will get the description.
Yeah, so it's getting into the later afternoon. They look like they might be starting to set up a bit of a fire. They have some bread. They're, thinking about kind of hanging out for a bit. You also see CC Citron.
Oh.
She's sitting with the rest of them. They're all kind of just hanging out together. They're all talking happily, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
She's kind of they've made her a little chair so she doesn't have to sit on the dirt with the rest of them. There are weapons around, but they're like spears and sharpened hoes and rusty swords and things like that.
I know this would be very difficult based on just sight and not kind of sound, but is there a way that I can insight to see if CC is kind of not uptight, but tense over like still being with them, or kind of more at ease?
Roll an insight at disadvantage because
Okay.
you can't hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Did we ever confirm if she was a dwarf or if she's not a dwarf?
She is not a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
He's a
Yeah.
wasp.
So as far as you can tell, she seems very chipper. She seems quite happy, and again, they're all just chatting. She's not tied up. She's not in what seems like any kind of duress.
Oh, everyone I can see Cece's in the cave, and she doesn't look upset that she was kidnapped. I guess they made friends.
Or this is very fishy.
Well, I didn't see any fish, but there's quite a bit of bandits in there. I didn't see any ghosts either, so I don't know why it's called Haunted Caves. It must just be a name.
It could be that they're putting on the illusion of haunting with magic of some kind. Probably necromancy.
Peter, I don't predict that there's going to be too much trouble if you want to go deliver that letter.
I do. And I will, given that blessing, I'll walk in and say,
I will, as you're walking away, I'll just give you a pat on the back and say, "Good luck. You're gonna crush it in there." And
This is such a bad.
I'm going
bad.
in behind Peter. Yeah.
On your shoulders, I guess I'm there too.
and
I'm following closely behind.
I cast heroism on Peter.
Oh.
Okay, so Peter is glowing brightly, but you're walking up unarmed, right? You're
Sorry?
You're walking up unarmed. You've just got the letter ready to deliver.
You feel
Okay,
you feel imbued with bravery, specifically.
So in that case, a sentry will pop out of the jungle that wasn't spotted by the little squirrel on the way in, and he'll say, "Halt! Who goes there?"
I'm Peter Post, mailman extraordinaire, and other terms.
I am Minos the Minotaur. What's your
How did
name?
How did you know how to find us?
I have a
How'd you get
delivery.
here?
Is there a Kenneth here?
Well, yeah, Kenneth's inside, but what's going on?
I'm exceptional at my job, and I have a letter here.
Well, I guess that's okay. Kenneth, there's a letter for you. So you can go in.
Okay, I go in. Kenneth!
So one of the people, one of the humans, will stand up and say, "Oh, I'm Kenneth. What's going on?"
Hey, Kenneth, I have a letter for you from the postal service in town.
How do they know how to get me here?
We are exceptional at our jobs.
So he'll take the letter and he'll open it up. And he's like, "Oh, this is a letter from my auntie." Oh,
That's great,
she
yeah.
knows where I am. Of course. And everyone will kind of look at Kenneth and be like, "I can't believe you told your auntie where we were hiding out. Kenneth, you idiot."
As he kind of reads the letter, I'm like, "Oh man, I've been walking a long time. Do you mind if I just take a seat here? I'm exhausted." And I'm just gonna sit down before he gives me permission.
Okay. They are all kind of perfectly happy, and Cece will perk up. She'll be like, "Well, hi, darlings. How are y'all doing?"
Hi, Cece. Or hello, I don't say your name. Hold on.
Hey, Cece.
Oh,
And
this is my friend. This is my friend, Minos.
Oh, hi. Do you
Wait, were
guys,
you
can
right
you guys?
behind me? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm right there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all
Just,
walked
but
in.
here's just my friend Minos, I see.
The
Okay.
only one that's been friendly so far.
She's only introducing her friends.
What? Oh, why do they call this place the Haunted Caverns?
Oh, well, they just called it that, you know? Gotta call a cave something. And I think some of these young hooligans have been spreading tales. It means they have a place they can go hide out.
Oh, so it's just a name. There's not actually any hauntings in here.
Well, not unless you count Kenneth after he's had his beans for the evening.
Oh, you're a treat.
Well, of course I am, darling. I'm Cece Citron.
Oh, Cece
Well, Cece,
Citron.
what are you doing in a place like this?
Well, I've been hoping that my darn husband would send these poor things some money. Do you know anything about that?
Your husband? Darn.
Mark, of the laborers lot. You must have met him if you've been to town.
Oh yeah, we met that dwarf, right, Gunnar? You remember Mark?
Yes, terrible dwarf.
Well, I never. So rude coming into my cave.
This
He's
is your
my lovely husband, and if he would send over the money that these poor folk need, then we'd have no problems.
Oh,
No, he not send money. He sent us to kill them and bring you back.
Dead or alive?
Kill them? They've already lost everything.
Well, why didn't you just ask your husband to pay them?
So I think this might be a good place to call it,
Okay, sure.
given that it's 9 o'clock. But yes,
Amazing.
fine. Everything's
Amazing
okay.
job, Matt. Good job. Part 1 of your adventure is done. How do you feel?
Yeah, it was good. It was lots of fun.
Yeah.
We are roughly where I expected to be.
Oh,
and-
really? Good. That's good.
Yeah, I do now know that I need to plan more stuff for next week. But
Oh, yeah.
I needed to plan so much more after the first session too. I was like, oh my god, I'm so thankful there's a week in between these.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
just get jumped
exactly.
by more snakes.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, there's just snakes everywhere.
Probably the same snake.
That's the nice thing about necromancy.
Yes.
You don't need to plan more enemies.
No.
You just use the same ones.
Don't give away my adventure.
You just fight
Well,
eight-
that wraps up our D&D session for today. We will be back next week for the second part of Matt's adventure, Welcome to the Jungle. So we'll see everyone then, and thank you everyone for all your support. Have a good night.